like to share my selfie story with you this evening. This is my very first selfie. I was 14, it was 1994, and I wanted to be pretty. I didn't think I looked like the women on TV, I didn't think that I was valuable, and boys didn't make passes at girls who wear glasses. So I remember sitting on my floor, snapping pictures of myself, looking for a good angle. Of course, those were the days when you had to send the film away, and when it came back, there was a picture where I looked pretty. I was so excited, because all I wanted was to be pretty. And here was objective proof that I was pretty. I held on to that picture for years, and whenever I was feeling sad or depressed, I would look at that picture and it would make me feel a little bit better. Now, that's not this picture, right? This one might not be as pretty. But looking at it, I still feel good because it's clear I felt good on that day. And these two pictures together begin to tell a story and take me on a journey of understanding myself through selfies. In 2013, Oxford dubbed the selfie the word of the year. And they defined selfie as a photograph that one has taken of oneself, typically with a smartphone or webcam, and shared via social media. I think this definition is too narrow. Although it states that you can take a selfie with any kind of camera, it demands that it must be uploaded. So, according to this definition, a selfie isn't a selfie if you never share it. Furthermore, to go on, the word origin states that selfie is derived from the root self plus the diminutive, and I quote, IE, which makes an essentially narcissistic exercise into something rather more endearing. The way we talk about selfies, and this definition itself, is dismissive. Selfies are often considered something to be feared or a confusing fad to be mocked, but I think about selfies differently. I like to think about selfies as the digital evolution of the self-portrait. Nowhere in this definition does it mention anything about self-portraiture, which cuts selfies off from a long artistic history. Consider Vincent van Gogh, Frida Kahlo, Andy Warhol, or Maya Deren, whose 1943 film, Meshes of the Afternoon, I share with my students as an example of how to explore the self using different media. Although the word selfie was first used in 2002, we regularly use it retroactively to describe any photograph taken of oneself. This 1893 daguerreotype by Robert Cornelius is generally regarded as the first selfie. And Colin Powell got in the game last year with this 60-year-old selfie. His spokesperson said, a 16-year-old Colin may have been feeling quite stylish in his yellow vest. I think this is a perfect example of why selfies are so popular and why they're not going anywhere. Because we use them to document our lives. We use them to explore our emotions, to encode our memories. Selfies are the new poetry. However, 24-hour connectivity, digital and mobile technology has turned millions of self-portraits into selfies. Today, I would like to talk about selfies, not as mindlessly captured, compulsively shared, easily discarded narcissistic droppings, but rather as effortful self-engagement. I want you to think about selfies independent of the internet. Don't think about who's going to see your selfie or like your selfie or comment on your selfie, but rather think about your selfies as a series of self-images, intricately connected to your identity. Identity is defined as the understanding, awareness, and appreciation of oneself. In social psychology, we often refer to 4 fundamental psychosocial needs that are required for well-being. These include self-esteem, belonging, a meaningful existence, and control. Today, I'd like to talk about how selfies fulfill each of these psychosocial needs and how different selfies can fulfill different needs. Self-esteem is the need we have to feel good about ourselves. As I already demonstrated in some of the earlier selfies, we snap selfies when we're feeling good, looking good, being good. We capture a moment in time and an emotion that we can tap into later. These include personal accomplishment selfies, fashion selfies, or any selfie where you think to yourself, that was a good day. I snapped this selfie during a particularly stressful time, and I looked at it and I felt a little bit better. I really like this curl pattern here in the corner. I like this selfie so much, I revisited it during the election season and filtered it in the style of the Shepard Fairey Obama poster. Along with thousands of other Americans, I submitted my selfie to this filter to demonstrate my participation, my identity, what I believed in, and what I wanted the future to be. On that note, belonging is the need we have to feel like we are connected to others. Now, we take selfies with our loved ones even when they aren't good, right? You might have a selfie with your mom that's particularly blurry, but you still love it. These include family selfies, couple selfies, best friend selfies. Belonging can also be symbolic. I snapped this selfie when I took the position here at Syracuse University because I wanted to demonstrate my new group affiliation. Which brings me to meaningful existence. Meaningful existence is the need to feel like our lives are relevant and valuable. Now, this is more than just how many likes you get or how many comments on your selfie, although this is my most liked selfie on the internet. But rather, meaningful existence is that feeling that you matter and your life means something. Now, this can be anything and everything. It can range from selfies with celebrities to travel selfies. This is my Serengeti selfie from 2008. We take selfies when the world has an impact on us or when we have an impact on the world. We even take selfies to make an impact on the world. The social justice selfie connects our faces with social movements, and our concerns become visible. Our voices become visible. A recent study demonstrated that political messages in social media can actually affect the political interests and voting behaviors of your social networks. We take selfies to confirm our meaningful existence. We also have a need for control. It's the need to feel that we are active agents in our lives. Now, in the case of social justice, there are the psychological benefits of having an impact on your community. But in the case of selfies, on the most simplistic level, we get to take control of our own image. Such is the obvious joy of selfies. We get to be our own photographer. And with stock filters and user-friendly editing software, we don't just take selfies, we make selfies. And in that distinction, we have the opportunity to reclaim selfies as art and as an opportunity for mindful self-reflection. I call this self-engagement through digital self-portraiture a healthy selfie. On that note, maybe I'll add an IE to make it more endearing. So then the question is, what is a healthy selfie? Well, first of all, a healthy selfie is a form of self-reflection and journaling. Use your selfies to document your own life, and don't worry if other people say, oh, you share too much of this or too much of that on your page. Your social media is about you. And your digital history can be just as exciting as any book or movie or TV show. Healthy selfies are also about self-appreciation, not self-objectification. When our self-worth is connected to how many likes we get online, then our favorite self-portrait can become a negative reflection of ourselves. Take and make selfies that you like and you appreciate, and don't delete them if they don't get likes. Thirdly, healthy selfies are art. I take a poll every year in my class, and I ask my students, how many of you consider yourselves photographers? And about 10% raise their hand. But all of them have taken, edited, and posted a picture in the past week. When I ask them, they say they don't feel like photographers because they are not making effortful photography. They're simply snapping and posting. However, when that becomes the strategy with ourselves and our own lives, then we simply become an object to be photographed. As I said, the beauty of art is the opportunity for mindful self-reflection. Unfortunately, in our hyper-digital world, we sometimes need more cues to think of something as art. I recommend exploring different formats. I snapped this selfie in 2003. You can see I love curl patterns. I snapped this selfie in 2003, photoshopped it into my own Warhol knockoffs, and then commissioned an artist on Venice Boulevard to paint 4 panels, which now hang in my office. There are dozens of websites online that will print your pictures onto anything. Send your grandma a postcard with your favorite selfie. Design and print your own selfie book. A lot of people made fun of Kim Kardashian for posting and publishing her own selfie book, but she has discovered a way to take control of her own image, regardless of the paparazzi, and turn it into something tangible and personally valuable. On that note, I've been working on my own selfie book long before Kim and made her announcement. It's called The Media Made Me Crazy, and this is the cover image. This is actually one of my favorite selfies, but I've never shared it on social media before. My hair is frizzy, my eyes are puffy, there's a little bit of a stash coming in on the corners. But it's me, and I love it. On that note, healthy selfies are not perfect because people are not perfect. For the past 20 years, I've been using selfies to explore my own imperfections and appreciate them. Use your selfies to find your flaws and figure out what makes you, you. My last point, healthy selfies are shared judiciously. At the start of this talk, I asked you to think about selfies independent of the internet. But the truth is that selfie would not have been the word of the year were it not for social media. We love sharing our stories and our lives. However, contrary to Oxford's definition, not all selfies need to be shared. There are the selfies that we easily share, maybe pet selfies, and the selfies we keep just for ourselves, maybe sexy selfies. But most importantly, the selfies you make for yourself are the most valuable. Thank you. Can I get a quick selfie? Awesome. None. All right. This moment matters. Okay, yes, please take a selfie of me taking a selfie. Oh my goodness. That's all right. Here we go. Thank you so much.